Hi, and thank you for allowing us to send you this video. My name is Alex, and I'm going to be showing you a few tips on how, by improving your website, you can get more exposure on Google, outrank your competition, and of course, get more clients. So, let's start. I have your website here pulled out, and the first thing that I have to strongly recommend is to add more relevant content. And when I say content, I'm not just talking about the videos, the images, I'm talking about the text that your whole website has. Why is this so important? Because when Google analyzes your website, they have this little robot that read through all the text or readable areas in this case, and that's that's how Google finds out who you are, what do you do, I mean, what services you provide, and of course, the areas that you want to cover. Now, when you add content, you definitely should add keywords. For example, paving company, Connecticut, things like that, so they can actually you can actually appear for those keywords. And I'm going to be showing you in a few seconds. But other than that, you definitely need relevant content. One of the other things that it's a little bit misleading. What areas do you cover? For example, I don't see a specific area, so I'm just been assuming that is Connecticut, and somehow you have to be close to Hartford, something like that. But anyway, going back to the website. Um, Excuse me. I use this software called Ahrefs, and this what allows me is to see the data that is being picked from your website based on Google criteria. So we can see here that you're not being found for any keywords, and that's probably because the content is not relevant. And you have 12 backlinks. Now, what are backlinks? Backlinks are other sites that are mentioned in your website, and this will give you power so you can be found on Google. So think about like a popularity contest, right? The more people you're going to talk about you in a positive way, the more relevant you're going to become, the more relevant you're going to stay. Same principle applies here with backlinks, with the difference that not all links are created equal. So you can have hundreds and dozens of links, but if they're not powerful, if they're not relevant, and most important, if they're not targeting the keywords that you want to be found for, you're not going to see the result that you might be hoping to get, and your rating is going to stay very low or zero. Now, backlinks are connected to your content, so if you have relevant content, if you are targeting specific keywords, and you have the backup of your content, this will be a little bit easier for you to start being appearing in those Google searches. Now, for the purpose of the video, I went on Google and type as asphalt paving Hartford, Connecticut. I'm not really sure if that area is close to you, but I'm just going to assume here because this specific keyword has some decent volume search. The first thing we notice here is the map section, and if you have a Google business profile, it definitely needs to be optimized. You need to add relevant content as well, and if you have reviews, because I think I saw some sort of reviews here, but what Google likes to see is that if you get more reviews, they like to see you interacting with those reviews, replying to those reviews, because that's what they're looking for. They look those local businesses to interact with customers. So very important to keep that in mind. Then we have the organic results. So number one, this is Angie, so it's a directory. Then you have your home advisor now directory. Excuse me. Then we have this guy, central ceiling ct.com. Let's see why are they ranking number 3, and what would you need to start competing and get some the traffic that these guys are getting, the popularity that they're getting, right? If that makes sense. First thing you can see that they have a little bit of content, so that can play into your favor, because if you add more relevant content that they do, specific more text content, you can definitely start competing with these guys. But you can see that they probably have more information here. Nothing really relevant, so I think that's really good news for you. If we look on the back end of their website, they only being found for 43 keywords. That's very little, but they have only 51 backlinks, and they're probably just doing their job really on a really low side because it's not too much over here. So let's take a look and see the keyword that they have. So okay, so we have this one, asphalt paving in Hartford, Connecticut. There's 50 searches a month. And well, this is not updatable because they're ranking top 3. They're getting 16 visits straight to their website. That could be 16 possible new clients that you can get. Um, Central Paving is East Hartford, Connecticut. 30 searches a month because they're ranking, again, number 1. Probably is not updated, but they have to be in the top 2 at least. The first 2, they're getting another 10 visits straight to their website. So that just these 2 combined, there's 20 visits, 20 chance of getting 26 chance, I'm sorry, of getting new customers. Driveway Paving, Harvard, Connecticut, 70 searches a month because they're ranking number 7. That's almost at the end of the page. They're getting another 3 visits straight to their website. My point here is that you should definitely consider this type of keywords based on your location. I'm just assuming that you hopefully are kind of close to Hartford, but you get the idea. If there's a decent volume search, we can see the traffic that these guys are getting, and you could be part of those visits as well. You can get some of this traffic to your website if you would have once again relevant content, specific keywords that you want to be found for, and of course decent backlinks to support your popularity in the eyes of Google. I don't want to take too much of your time, so I really hope you find this information useful. If you have any questions, please let us know. Once again, my name is Alex, and thank you for your time.